Hey Advent, Kevin here. Since my worship announcement got cut off a little bit earlier today, I just wanted to send one more email and this message inviting you to consider participating in our 4-week online groups this August. These really are an amazing way to be more connected to the Advent community, to meet new people, to continue to feel connected and deepen your relationships here, and to grow in faith over the course of this month. So many people who have participated in our online groups say they are so glad that they took a chance on it and tried one and signed up, and that it's really made a difference in their lives during these physically separated times. I know a lot of us are spending a lot of time on Zoom for work, for connecting with family. I do too. But I've heard from people, and I will say for myself, that these 45 minutes in these online groups feel different because they're about faith, they're about self, they're about God, and they just really build community and faith in a way that at the end of the 4 weeks, people, myself included, leave feeling so glad that they invested this time into growing in faith and growing in community at Advent. It's some of the best time that you can spend on Zoom. So we have 9 different topics and times coming up that are starting this week. And if you want to sign up, today is the day at adventnyc.org/groups. Here are the topics that we have coming up. Monday night, we have a group about caring for your loved ones in old age, especially across distance, as some of us are forced to right now during the pandemic. It's going to be led by Lynn, who works in hospice care and also is a daughter and has personal experience with this topic as well. So she is going to be a great leader to explore that topic and support each other together in taking on that challenge. We also have a group that is about experiencing and living out God's love and all the tangible, practical ways that we can do that in our lives right now, led by Amanda. It's going to be a really empowering and connecting experience that it's deeply connected to the mission of our church at Advent to invite all people to experience and live out God's love. We have a group for parents and families about talking to your kids about race and racism, also on Tuesday nights. Wednesdays, if you're a Harry Potter fan, we have this really cool group that's so popular and loved. We're running it for the 3rd time, and it is connecting the Harry Potter books to Scripture. It's called Harry Potter and the Sacred Text, and that will be led by Arlene and Victoria, an awesome leadership duo, and they are having so much fun in that group, and you are invited to join them lunchtime on Wednesdays. Also on Wednesdays, if you like literature and like digging into theology and challenging your perspectives on theology, getting new perspectives on theology, we have a group led by Karen that will be looking at the book Mary Magdalene Revealed and looking at it through the lens of feminist theology. Going to be a lot of interesting ideas to explore in this group at 6 p.m. Wednesdays, so definitely check that out. If Bible study is your thing, we have a group that is going to be looking into the book of Exodus, led by Pastor Danielle herself. This is part 2, but even if you weren't around for part 1, there's going to be plenty for you to dig into and learn and explore, and you are very welcome. We also have 2 groups that are really connected to some of our biggest priorities and goals as a church this summer, which are supporting our food ministry and being a reaching out church and reaching out to invite more people to connect with us online. If you feel passionate about those goals but are struggling to find ways to live into them or just looking for more information, this is a great way to do that in a supportive community setting. So we have a group about food justice led by Frankie, the coordinator of our food pantry, and Pastor Jim, who's going to be bringing in a theological and scriptural perspective to all of this. It's going to be an amazing group to really ground everything we do for food justice in our faith and to learn more about food insecurity right in our neighborhood and the things that we can do at Advent to love and serve our neighbors and how you can be a part of that. We also have a group Thursday night led by Pastor Danielle about Invitational Faith. If you've wanted to help our church grow, if you've wanted to talk with people about your faith and invite people to come to Advent or be part of our community or have a conversation about faith but have felt nervous about it or not known where to start, this is the group for you. Pastor Danielle is going to be walking a group of supportive people through the things that we can do now, the scriptural grounding to be invitational, and how to do that in a invitational and respectful way in our time. So that's going to be a really great group for exploring that. Finally, we have a group that will be watching Just Mercy, a book about social justice and racial justice in our justice and legal system, and the work of Bryan Stevenson. And we're very fortunate to have one of our co-leaders be a member of Advent, Danny, who is a lawyer and has worked in this area and also worked with a colleague of Bryan Stevenson. So we're very excited to have him join us, and we'll have a co-leader, TBD, that will be bringing in the faith perspective for that group. So if you're interested in learning more about racial justice in our legal system and taking more action in that area, this is a great group to do that with a spiritual and faith perspective. I think I hit them all. Those are all the groups that we have coming up. As you can see, there are all kinds of different ways to connect, whatever your interest area, and you are so welcome and invited to grow in community and grow in faith in these groups in August. Today is the day to sign up. We encourage everyone to sign up by midnight tonight, as our first group starts tomorrow. So if you are interested, please head over to adventnyc.org/groups to explore these groups. Pick the one or two that's right for you and sign up and start joining us, growing in faith and relationships this week and all of August. Thanks for listening to the video, for considering it, and for being part of our church community this summer. We're so grateful for you and so grateful for all the ways we can continue to grow together. God bless. Bye.